Hi, welcome to this lightning talk, how we improve the developer experience at ClarityAI. This is Edu Ferro, EFERRO in the digital world. I am the platform engineering manager of ClarityAI, a startup that brings the societal impact of the companies to the market. With ClarityAI, the investors can make investment decisions based on the social and environmental impact of the companies. I have been in this profession for more than 25 years. In the last few years, I have led teams focused on the platform and engineering productivity in several early stage startups. Through my career, I have been interested in understanding and improving the software development lifecycle and the scalability of the teams. So I am delighted to be at the PlatformCon to share with all of you ClarityAI, how ClarityAI is improving the developer experience. A little bit of context about ClarityAI. ClarityAI is growing very fast. We are currently a small medium engineering team, fewer than 80, but the truth is that we are growing at a rapid pace, so we make decisions with this in mind. A second challenge is achieving high performance as an engineering organization. Starting a project is difficult for almost every startup, and we accumulate some debt that hinders the delivery. Following the ideas of Team Topologies, we continuously evolve our organization to optimize for fast flow. Currently, we have three areas: the SaaS, the data platform, and the platform. I am responsible for the last one, the platform. In this diagram, the yellow teams are the stream aligned teams, and the teams in red are the stream aligned teams that we are creating right now. And teams in blue are the platform teams. In addition, in green, we have the corporate IT and cybersecurity team, which has more an operational focus at the moment. The platform area goal is to keep everything going while creating a solid platform to speed up the flow of the stream-aligned teams. In this talk, we will focus in this platform developer experience team. Okay. The platform DevEx team is in charge of the developer experience for the rest of the engineering organization. Our mission is to support and boost the development of Clarity AI products in a sustainable way that leads to production excellence. We are convinced that in order to scale as a high-performance tech organization, we need to work towards production excellence and continuous delivery. Our goals are low friction product development flow, make it very easy to make the right technical decisions, and create a remarkable platform that speeds up the stream-aligned teams. Even if it's not very common for a developer experience teams, we have the additional goal of promoting the best engineering practices leading by example. Tran-based development, TDD, pairing, etc. The developer experience team share with the rest of the platform area the following pillars. Understand the platform as a product that empowers our users, the rest of the engineering organization. Always try to reduce the cognitive load of our users, allowing them to put more mental energy into their business instead on low-level platform details. Ensure a great developer experience, as we think that this is the cheapest way to improve the engineering capacity and the engineering productivity, and it's a good measure to attract and retain talent. And the last pillar, engineering excellence, which we think is the way to be a high-performance engineering organization. Let's see an example of the type of initiative developed by the platform developer experience team, the monolith release optimization. In fact, this was the first initiative for this team. Just when we create the team, this was like the most difficult or the process that had more friction. So we decided to start with this process. Okay, so the monolith release process was one of the developer use cases with more friction and that generate more cognitive loads for the teams. Initially, it was a manual and prone to error process that required nearly 1 hour of full attention for one or two developers. To make the things more interesting, there was no clear owner of this release system. Okay, um, the the process include like a lot of repetitive steps that and require like human checks and confirmation. So at the end, it was a process with high cognitive load that we try to improve. For this initiative, the goals were very clear: reduce the cognitive load, reduce the number of errors, reduce the friction in the process, and improve the engineering productivity by reducing the waiting time, by improving the deployment frequency, reducing the lead time from commit to production, and as a side effect, reducing the recovery time in case of a production incident or a bug. We also wanted to assign the ownership to the release system. We use the following approach. Start by generating a suitable development environment, because it's very common that for this kind of initiative we don't have like the proper environment as we have for the rest of the application, no? So in this case we fork the environment, the complete environment, to be capable of doing proof of concepts and testing ideas without affecting the real release system and the rest of the teams. We also started instrumenting all the process, so we instrument all the pipelines. Without a proper instrumentation, any optimization effort is futile. This initiative was the first one, as we commented, for the platform team, so it was very important to gain trust and collaborate daily with the rest of the developers, our users, because at the end we were starting this new team, and we want to validate that this will help the rest of the teams. Okay. And as we already have this additional goal of promoting best engineering practices, we try to work in a real agile way, working in a small safe step, making parallel changes, releasing soon and often, inspecting and adapting all the time, and using TDD, trend-based development, and continuous delivery. We also decide as a product team to use modern discovery and product management techniques. Through this initiative, we follow a continuous process of discovery and delivery that has allowed us to adapt the solution to the feedback that our colleagues give us. For the discovery, for example, we use the following techniques. We make shadowing sessions, customer interviews, surveys. We identify the early adopters and the power users. For the delivery, we introduce product instrumentation, create several POCs that validate with our early adopters. We work in small, safe steps, usually deploying change several times a week. We use direct feedback and instrumentation to continuously adapt to the next steps. The most important part of this process is how understanding the platform as a product and using modern product discovery and delivery techniques have allowed us to develop a solution adapt to the user's needs. The final solution we deliver include a new approach for the release pipeline. After analyzing the initial pipeline using the instrumentation, we decided that the best solution was to maximize the parallelism of the pipeline by dynamically generating subpipelines for each module. We execute all these submodules, subpipelines in parallel. Okay. So the instrumentation allows us to identify the critical path and to check the performance of each one of the improvements or each one of the changes that we did. We can see in the slide the huge difference between the number of steps and the knowledge required before as the steps that we need now. Only 3 Slack commands, one per each application component, backend, frontend, and a report builder, which is another application that we release with the monolith. We also dramatically reduce the number of errors. Right now, there are not too many possibilities of having an error. The only kind of problem that we can have is that the software version is not prepared or have some tests that are not passing or contain some bugs. But in any case, this was the same problem that we have before. But before we need like a lot of different steps, detail. We need to have like a lot more of knowledge about the things and the detail of each one of the steps, and it was error prone, as we commented previously. Okay, before the process required your full attention for more than 1 hour, and it was very common to have problems or make errors. Now you only need to execute some Slack commands and see the feedback in real time, and it takes half of the time. Okay, we can see that the workflow now is very simple. It consists in executing several Slack commands. After each command, the platform bot starts to give feedback about the steps and the results. For some of the steps, the bots also include links to other tools and services where the user can see the low-level details. Now the user doesn't need to remember the URL of the GitLab job or the name of the hotfix branch or the page to see the details of the end-to-end test. All of this information is provided by the platform bot. So we reduce a lot the cognitive load of this process. And also we generate like a fast and clear feedback about the results. In fact, is the bot that generate like a notification when the process finishes. Okay, so some final remarks. A traditional platform team is organized to solve tickets as a service team. The main focus is usually on the infrastructure or technology to maintain, and they usually try to optimize the cost, the staff, the infrastructure, the services. However, when it comes to the modern platform teams as defined in Team Topologies, things change. They are product teams optimized for flow with a clear focus on their users, the developers. And the metrics are more oriented to measure the impact on the speed of the streamlined teams, their users. Or, for example, to measure the level of adoptions of the platform. In any case, I think that the platform teams also have some associated risks. In my opinion, the biggest mistake that a platform team can make are disconnecting from its users and build too much. If we don't focus on improving the lives of the streamlined teams, it is very easy to focus on the technology and deliver solutions that doesn't fit our users' needs. The mitigation measures in this case are using modern product management techniques to develop this platform. Do not force the adoption of the platform, and always try to create the thinnest viable platform and leverage services and technologies already available. Usually the platform is not the core of our business, so it makes sense to use external services, off-the-shelf software, or open source. But in general, try to build as less as possible to get the impact that we want, that is reducing the cognitive load or reducing the friction, and also to make the tools and the services self-service. Okay. I believe platform teams bring a lot of value to teams of more than 100 developers. They are also a good idea to accelerate or facilitate changes in the way of the engineering organization work, as we did in our case. It is important that they have a product mindset and a product approach with a focus on the users, and that the teams has the necessary skills to do their jobs, product development, infrastructure, operation, etc. Sometimes the platform team can also work as a DevOps enablers in the sense that they are facilitating the end-to-end ownership for other teams. For the evolution of our organization and to prepare us for rapid growth, Team Topologies ideas have been crucial. We have gone through several stages to reach our current organization, and we plan to continue to evolve, always trying to optimize the product development flow and facilitate the scalability of the teams. Through this evolution, the platform teams have played a crucial role in enabling us to scale in an orderly fashion. And I think that we are reaching the conclusions. These books, I believe, are the key to trying to build a high-performance organization. And these blog posts and talks dig a little deeper into how we work in the ClarityAI platform area. And this is all I have prepared for today. I hope you enjoyed the talk and found it useful. If anyone wants to continue the conversation or go deeper into any of the topics, I will be hanging around at the platform engineering Slack. And as I said at the beginning, we are still growing and hiring. If anyone is interested in having more information, please contact me via Slack. Thank you.